Hello, it is Cream Softy, and welcome back to Everlasting Summer. Okay, last time we met that weird blonde lady who had that manly ass voice. I have no fucking clue why. But let's keep going. Okay. There are some small benches at the sides. It's quite pleasant here. Where did that girl tell me to go? To the left or to the right? To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And why am I going there anyway? Alright, I've decided to pretend to be normal. So, to the right! Through a small grove, I came out at a pier. Must have taken a wrong turn. Pioneer girl says, "Hey, wrong way!" I turned towards the voice. Oh, it was that girl, not the brolic one. That first girl stood before me, with glistening boobs.
Now, what did I tell you? Take a left at the square, wasn't it?
She had changed from pioneer uniform into a bikini.
Oh, I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Slavia. Actually, my name's Slaviana, but everyone calls me Slavia.
Well, Slavia on this dick.
So you can too.
Hey, yeah. Still felt a bit confused, so could not come up with more meaningful answers.
And what's your name?
Felt like she could see right through me. I guess Seaman. My name's Seaman. Seaman told me on your face.
Nice to meet you, Seaman. Alright, I'm almost done here. Could you wait here a minute? I'm gonna change and we'll go to Ogla together. Agreed?
Agreed. After this exchange, she ran off. I sat on the pier and let my feet hang into the water. I was wearing heavy winter boots, but in such weather, there was nothing wrong with getting my feet wet. Furthermore, it let me cool myself a little. Looking at the river, I was brainstorming, processing everything that has happened. This is some kind of conspiracy. It's weird one. Too friendly at times. No, it's really more like a random event. Some entirely incomprehensible random event.
Shall we go?
Bitch went back in her uniform. Slavia was standing beside me, dressed in the pioneer uniform again. Let's go. I've been here for a very short time, but all the people I've met, she looks the least suspicious. However, this fact is already suspicious itself. Walk to the square. Oh, there's the brolic bitch and the little ass kid. The USSR girl and the girl who hit me on the back were there chasing each other. Is this some kind of game they're playing?
Uliana, you don't frontin'! I'll tell everything to Olga Dmitrievna.
Damn, can they just give them easy names? I'm saying it's a Russian game. Come on.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I decided not to question Slavia for a while about what's going on or the local residents. Better meet with this mysterious Olga Dmitrievna first. She'll call her Olga from now on. Sounds like she's the boss here. We walked past the rows of almost identical cabins, some of which looked like fat beer barrels, while others looked more like household sheds. Finally, Slavia stopped in front of a smallish one-story cabin. It looked like an artist's painting. The faded paint, chipping here and there with age, was sparkling in the sun. The windows, shutters, slightly ajar, were swaying almost unnoticeably in the wind, and huge lilac bushes were growing at the sides. It seemed as if this ramshackle hut was drowning in a storm of purple silk and lilacs. like some elements of force were inexorably destroying the troops' leader's house.
What are you standing there around for? Let's go!
Slavia snapped me out of my daydream. Voice. And stop teasing Lena already. Oh god, what the fuck? Rena? Who the fuck is Rena? Sounds like there's someone inside. Indeed, a moment later, the door swung open and Uliana ran out and dashed past with the same mischievous grin. The pigtail girl came out next.
Don't let it bother you, Lena.
So her name is Lena. Gotta be thankful it's not Rena, at least. Lena. But I don't. Instead of finishing her sentence, she blushed and quickly headed towards the square. For some reason, I felt like turning and following her with my eyes, but Slavia said,
Come.
We entered the cabin. What the fuck is that on the wall? Inside it looks something similar to what I'd imagined. 2 beds, a table, a couple of chairs, a simple carpet on the floor, and a wardrobe. Nothing special, but at the same time it felt like home-like and cozy, although this room was almost in the same state of disorder as my own flat. The girl standing near the window appeared about 25 years old, 25. Nature has obviously gifted her with a good face and a good body. At least one thing can keep you happy in the pandemonium. The locals are beautiful. You're finally here! Excellent! My name is Olga. Complicated as last name. I can't believe it. Nice to meet you. I'm Steven. I decided to talk as if I wasn't surprised by anything that was going on. She came closer. You've been expecting you since early morning. You've been expecting me? Yes, of course. And when does the next bus come? Cause oops, wrong voice. And why do you need? Yeah, right, what do I need? Guess I shouldn't ask directly. People hear me and answer what I'm like how I prefer. I doubt I'd get any answers. No reason. Just curious. By the way, where are we exactly? I'm really bad at something. I want some letter to my parents so my family know. For some reason, I had the desperate idea that if I played along, I would find something out. But your parents called just half an hour ago. Sent their cards to me. That's a surprise. So, can I call them? Because I forgot to tell them something before I left. No. She gave me a sweet, spontaneous smile. Why not? We don't have a phone here. Bitch! How you no. Exactly. Then how could my parents make a call to here? I've just come back from the district center town. I talked with them there. Ah, so that's how it is. And can I somehow get to the town? No. She kept that same smile. Why not? Because the next bus only comes in a week. Deciding not to inquire how the troop leader managed to get there and back, I would get no answer anyway. All this time, Slavia was standing next to me and seemed to find nothing odd in our conversation. Oh, need to find a uniform for you. God, I have absolutely no desire to put a pioneer clothes or wear the ridiculous red neckerchief. However, wearing winter clothes in summer isn't a great idea either. Right, thank you. I wonder if I'm the only one here who finds it strange that someone's wearing a coat and winter boots in such heat. Radio, I'll be off then. You can get yourself acquainted with the camp. Don't forget to come to dinner in the evening. Having that said, she walked out of the cabin. No, walked, that's the right word. She rushed out. I ended up alone with Slavia.
I'm scared too. Got things to do.
body by Slavia became more and more appealing. For the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here. Although obviously my winter clothes were too late for that. I took off my coat and dropped it onto the bed. Pulled over his followed it. He's now wearing a look shirt. That's much better. All I could do now was follow the advice and go take a look around at camp. I'll try to find something out in the meantime. Passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy coming my way. Oh, that guy's gay. I was really hoping pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Apparently there were men even in this kingdom of Amazons.
Hey, you're new here. You must be Seaman, right?
How do you...
Everyone knows already. I'm electronic, by the way. We're the one. You can call me that.
Electronic was a robot character appearing in popular Soviet films and book series who looked like an exact copy of a school kid called Sergei Shishkov. Electronic, the real one. He was going from crazy to completely insane. Oh, right.
Uliana also calls me Cheesy.
Cheesy. On toast with something.
Cause my last name is Cheesecloth.
I see.
Let me show you around.
I accepted his offer, as it would have taken much longer to get to know this place alone. Fine, let's go. We ended up in the square again, as if this place was all there is to the camp. Lena was sitting on one of the benches reading some book. Electronic confidently approached her.
Hello, Lena. Meet the new guy, Seaman.
He started briskly. Hello? Well, you could say we've already met in a way. Yes? She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed, and went back to reading as if not noticing that we were still here.
Alright, let's go on.
I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought it was better that way. Electronic figures accent did not fit well with the shyness.
Let's go.
Oops, wrong voice. Next, we came to a building which I instantly identified as a canteen.
And this here?
I know! This is where you consume organic food!
Yeah, something like that.
On the canteen's porch stood the unfriendly girl who hit me on the back earlier. At the sight of her, my joking mood vanished in a blink of an eye. Really, now is not the best time to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he's quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what's what here, or at least where I am.
Her, over there. That's Alyssa. Complicated-ass last name. Be careful around her.
He spoke in a whisper.
Don't ever risk calling her Davche. She doesn't like that.
Dava means two in Russian. The whole nickname sounds exactly like Tuchin, like Two Chains? Russian, a reference to the late Tuchu-Aru anonymous image board.
What did you say? What did you call me?
Must have heard. Blink of an eye, Alyssa jumped down from the floor and dashed towards us.
Alright, you managed from here onwards.
Electronic took to his heels. Run after him or do nothing. Nice pussy. Alyssa running past, stopped for a moment and growled.
I'll deal with you later.
What did I do wrong? I had forced a guilty smile with my words. What am I guilty of? He no reply and carried on chasing Electronic. Looks like I'll have to kill time alone, waiting for dinner. I decided to go east. At least in the direction where east would be in my world. Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch, aka soccer. A game with a full sprint there. Guess watching for a bit wouldn't do any harm. In my childhood and teen years, I was not a bad player myself. even though going professional, but a few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for the sake of uncertain chances in the game. Kids of different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy about 10 and a girl about 14 years old. Girl. Hey, that's Juliana. Alright, so she plays football. What's so surprising? She seems a restless one after all. I was standing quite far from the pitch when she noticed.
Hey, you!
Juliana shouted.
Wanna play?
I didn't know how to answer. On the other hand, running around pretending like this is no big deal. On the other hand, any wrong move in my situation could be my final. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable for this weather. If I played in winter boots and warm jeans, I would sweat like a pig. Playing barefoot without jeans would simply be unethical. Maybe some other time, alright? I shouted in response, turning around and walked back. I was followed by Juliana's scream about my pants, or about me being a pansy, or something like that. Evening was falling, making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted with no real purpose. Came back to the square, sat down on a bench, and gave an exhausted sigh. I'd better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to the people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the will to ponder on things, to strive for something. For example, I feel hungry now, so I care much less about where I am or what is happening to me. Could great people also be affected by this? In that case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I am not a great person, and it does not really matter which mechanism I serve as a gear in society, the Matrix, or a weird pioneer camp. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of bells chiming from a loudspeaker on the light pole. Must be dinner. The dinner call. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing, and now I knew where it was. Olga was there, standing on the porch. I stopped and looked closely at her as if I was expecting something. She looked back at me for a while, but at last came closer. Seaman, what are you waiting for? Come in already. Guess nothing bad can happen if I go with her. My stomach backed me up here. Holy shit, look at all those people. The two of us went inside. The canteen looked like a canteen. I had a chance to visit a factory canteen at some point in my life. This was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner and more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls and on the floors, unsophisticated tableware with the occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in pioneer camp's supposed to look like. Seaman, wait a moment. We'll find you a place to sit. She looked around the place. Complicated last name? Hold it right there. Olga shouted at Alyssa, who was passing by.
What?
What's up with your clothes?
Anything wrong with them?
Indeed. Her attire looks somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat right now.
Alright, alright.
Alyssa got her shirt right and walked past, shooting the unpleasant glare at me. So where can we find you a place to sit? There weren't a lot of free seats. Go over there next to Uliana. Maybe Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table, too. I had no other choice but to accept. In common Russian language, koleta, aka cutlet, is mincemeat fried or baked in the shape of a ball or cylinder close to American patties. Compote is a drink made by boiling fresh or dried fruit in a large amount of water. Compote is French. Of course, there was a probability that the cutlets were poisoned from kuravi, mashed potato generous seasoned with arsenic, and a glass filled with excellent antifreeze instead of compote. but it all looked so tasty that I had no choice but to resist.
Hey!
What do you want? I replied rather rudely to Uliana, who was sitting next to me.
Why didn't you play football with us?
Because of my clothes. Said I pointed at the source of the problem.
Oh, alright, then eat.
However, there wasn't much left to eat. My cutlet was missing from the plate. Only she could have done it. No more precisely, none by Uliana could have done it. Give me back my cutlet!
In a big family, you snooze, you lose. Cost you cutlets if you're careless.
Give it back, I'm telling you. Attempt to take the cutlet. Do not attempt to take the cutlet. I'm taking my shit back. Fuck out of here. I looked at her menacingly and was about to reach out my hand.
See? I don't have it.
And indeed, Uliana's plate was empty, and seeing that this little girl eats as fast as she steals from this cutlet.
Take it easy. We'll work something out now.
She grabbed my plate and ran off. There was no point in following her. Wanted to poison me, they could have done it much easier. About a minute later, Uliana returned and handed me a plate with a steaming hot cutlet on it. Here's one for the starved. Oh, she said that. Thanks. Why does this setup look mad fancy? You got the spoon, the butter knife, the folded tissue, the salt, the pepper, the ice, the fork. This nice ass setup. But that was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicions were gone in a flash. I picked up that cutlet with my fork and... What the? Some bug. No, not a bug. An insect. Got legs and it's wiggling. The plate fell on the floor, broken pieces. The chair hit me hard on my leg while falling. This lucky took since I was a child. Then, when the stupid clothes appeared on my face, that's just way too much. Little Uliana seemed ready for such a twist. She was ready at the door, laughing as if just heard a fresh band of comedy plays. And dashed after her. We ran out of the canteen. We were just 2 dozen meters apart, and I felt like I was catch this little girl. Ran to the square, past the club's house, and ran into the forest path. Started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking, I guess. We want to pass out of sight on the next turn. And that's it for now. If you want to see some more Everlasting Summer, you have to come back next time. Bye.